In this video, I'll be breaking down some of the Make.com automations that I use in order to run mass cold email campaigns in a more efficient way that saves me time and energy. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so this is SmartLead. This is the automated email software that I use in order to run these large scale cold email campaigns. Well, they're not that large scale, as you can see. This is like a couple thousand emails, and the reply rates are, they're iffy. But I did use cold email more in the past, and I went ahead and built in a couple automations in order to make this system more smooth. So I'll go ahead and get into it. If you're not familiar with SmartLead, basically you upload multiple email accounts and you create campaigns, which is like a set of messages that you want to send. And then the software will just send those messages across different accounts you've set up. So you could send the same 3 messages to 300 people if you have like 50 accounts, and each account would just send 6 messages. So yeah, that's basically how it works. You have leads, you have like a database with leads, and then you can add integrations, and you can do API calls, webhooks, things like that. But you mainly would start with lead categories. So this is basically just classifying the sentiment of emails when they come in. So for me personally, I do a lot of campaigns where I offer to make people a video, or to send them a document, or to send them a video. But there's all types of different scenarios that could happen. They might ask the price. If I might have the wrong person that I'm reaching out to, they might not be in the office. They might want more information, or they might not want to be contacted, or just not be interested. So it's all different types of categories, different sentiments, different questions people might have. So this is just how we categorize them so that we can run certain automations. And this is where I trigger the automations. So I only have 2. I don't do too much. As you guys can see, I don't send a ton of emails. I don't have a cold email lead gen agency or anything like that. But if an interested lead comes in, I classify them as interested based on they're either interested or they wanted me to send them a document. I think the last couple of campaigns I've been running have all been documents. I haven't been doing any VSLs. But this is the DNC automation. This is the interested lead form automation. So it's basically just adding it to a CRM. If you had something like Go High Level, you could probably just directly get an email and have it directly put the lead into your database. But I just have this little automation. It's gonna trigger the webhook, which is gonna have the lead's name, email, company name, stuff like that. We create a record, set the record, and then it's searching records. Okay, so it's gonna create the record, and then find the record it just created, and then add something to the record. I'm not sure. Let's see what it's adding to the record. Okay, so yeah, it creates the record and then adds the Airtable ID, so I can search it using the Airtable ID. So yeah, just a pretty simple automation to add it. If somebody says they don't want to be contacted, then I just want to block them from just put them on my global block list. But for some reason, SmartLead doesn't have this functionality, so I just made a little integration because they do have it in the API. So I basically would get their email from the webhook and then run an API call that adds them to the block list. And this is basically what that API call looks like. The URL, it has my API key at the end of it. That's why I'm showing you guys on the Google document. But this is basically the body. is a domain block list, and then I just insert their email and boom, send the API request and add them to the block list. Now, what saves me the most time is the lead categorization. So I showed you guys all the different categories: interested, send documents, send video, do not contact, all these categories that a lead could possibly be marked as. But when you're sending hundreds or thousands of emails, going through and manually marking these categories can be time consuming. So that's why I wrote this AI prompt in order to classify them for me. But I don't let it classify categories that will immediately take action. Like certain categories, if they ask for a send document, I don't let it classify it as send document, because if it gets it wrong and it sends somebody who doesn't want to be contacted a document, then that's not good, obviously. So I'll go through and manually send the document, but I'll have it classify the lead as interested instead of send document, and then I'll go through and look at the interested and send the documents to the people who want the document sent to them. This prompt does mess up sometimes and say that people who don't want to be contacted are interested, or people who are interested don't want to be contacted. So you should go through and check some of them, but this does save a lot of time, especially if you have a word like stop that people would send to you if they didn't want to be contacted. Then this prompt will easily just classify them and save you some time. So you just go to you go to campaign settings, intelligent AI lead categorization, and then write your own prompt. Or you could just try Smart Leads. I found that Smart Leads is iffy. I found mine to work a little better. But yeah, that's basically it. So you have your lead categories, you have AI classified emails that come in based on lead categories, and then you have webhooks to handle the different scenarios. There's a lot more you could do, a lot more detailed system, but this is just what helps me manage my little campaigns. But that's basically my system, how I've set it up to save myself time. If you're interested in having your own custom Smart Lead setup, or this could work with Instantly. Instantly has webhooks and API calls as well. But if you want any type of email setup for your business, your agency, then book a call with us to see if we can make that possible. And if you're interested in more automations, or you're interested in other AI stuff, AI automation technology, then subscribe to the channel and stay tuned.